Morning, friends, and welcome back to Appalachian Mountain Gardening. My name is Andrea, and today we are going to do a garden tour. Right now, to my left, I have a deer. Turn the camera around here real quick so you can get a shot of her hair. Now, she has two babies, and I don't know where they are. She's very people friendly because people here at Treasure Lake, they feed the deer. I'm not one of them, but some people feed the deer here, and she happens to be one that's fed because she's very people friendly. I would suggest that she'd walk right up to me, but I think that she knows me as somebody that kind of scats her away, so she seems to be keeping her distance today. But that's not to say that that's going to last. Now that distraction's out of the way, last time it was birds. Anyway, we're here to do a garden tour, and let's get started. This right here is spearmint. These are penny jump ups, and these are lobelia. This is our front orchard. We have 2 whole plum trees and an elderberry. But hey, small starts, big results. Okay, think big. One thing you may be saying is, Andrea, there's no fruit on your trees. And I have to tell you that, yeah, there's no fruit on any of my trees this year. My grapes didn't even get anything on them. What happened this year was this spring we had a polar vortex. Normally it lasts like 1 week and the temperatures might drop to like 26, 27 if. This year those temperatures dropped, but they dropped not only for 3 weeks, but we got temperatures down into the teens in some locations, and ours happened to be one. And so our trees never even flowered. They didn't even get the opportunity to. Now, I'm okay with not having any fruit on the trees because as far as I'm concerned, it gives them another year to just get some growth into the roots. And I might have grown maybe 1 or 2 plums if I had got some plums, because it would have been the first year, and I'm not sweating it. You know, gardening is, weather related. You do your SWOT analysis and you have no control over the weather. And this year we really didn't. Next year, hopefully we'll have 2 or 3 plums growing on each of our 2 trees here. And our elderberry's doing just fine. But yeah, let's take a look at the front yard a little closer. Let's take a closer look. So we keep the garden pretty hidden, so it's not invasive to the neighborhood. And it narrowed down who the complainers were. I haven't gotten any complaints about my turtle yet. Feel free. But yeah, this is what it looks like from the front. This is what the garden looks like. Nothing to complain about, but yet somebody did. I had a nice harvest of broccoli from these. A couple of them started bolting early, so I just picked them early and they tasted fine. I had replanted it with some carrots. However, we had a really bad heat wave and the carrots didn't survive. And that's okay. We're going to plant some more. We have a heat wave coming next week. And after that, we're going to put them into the ground again and give them another whack here. And hopefully we'll have some carrots, in the fall. So we'll have some good fresh carrots for Thanksgiving, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Here we have chives, and these are my onions. Let's take a closer look at the onions. We're starting to get some bulbing on our onions. The onions we planted this year are called Patterson. They're supposed to be the longest storage onion. Right past the onions, we come to that Savoy cabbage. I'm not sure whether it's going to make it or not. I have to get some beer out here. That's what I got to do. Something's eating it. It could be the chipmunks. It could be snails. This one here is starting to form a head. See who's back. Right here, we have my potato patch. They have about 12 inches of dirt on them, and then I piled them as high as I could with straw. I didn't know what else to do with them. They just kept growing, and they're still growing. Right past the potatoes, right up the center here, we have the tomatoes. Let's take a peek. We got some decent tomatoes coming along on here. Yeah, you can't, they're hiding, but yeah, we got them. This plant's starting to produce. And they look really good and healthy. These are the San Marzanos. You can see these are the lobby-shaped ones there. And that's that catnip that needs picked every day. And these are starting to show some tomato growth. We planted these like a week or so later than we planted the other ones. I'm not too worried about the size or anything like that. And they look really nice. These 3 tomatoes here are called Juliets. These are like my favorites because they're so highly productive. The nice thing about these Juliets is that you can make stewed tomatoes and can them, like a dual purpose tomato. And as you can see, there's so many clusters that we're not going to be able to keep up. It's just hook after hook after hook after hook. You can just see them. The secret's out about the Juliets because even the nurseries are selling these babies at $2 and $3 for one plant. It's not a 6-pack, one plant. While we're down here talking tomatoes, let's just finish off these tomatoes here on this side here. And this is the opposite side. This is a Ruby Dawn. And she's doing pretty good. She seems pretty happy here. She's got some hooks going on. These Amish paste are just going crazy. Just look at them. They're just, from yesterday to today, these are twice the size. They're beautiful. These are the Amish paste. And then back to the Romas. This is the opposite side. And you can see there's some stuff growing on in there. And we're back to the potato. I do not start my tomatoes and peppers from seed. The reason I like indeterminates is because I'm older and I don't want to bend down because I have really bad spine issues. I'm going to be able to grow them upward on the cattle panels. The only determinate tomatoes that we grow in our garden are the Romas, and those are for sauce. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the garden either because we mix our San Marzano, our Amish paste, and our Romas together, and we make a nice thick sauce out of them. The other day I saw this post, and the question was, what brand names can't you do without? And there were 2 things in the tomatoes that were like number 1 and number 2, the Heinz ketchup and Campbell's soup. Until you've had a jar of canned tomato soup that you made from your own tomato sauce, you haven't had tomato soup. So folks, this wraps up our video for today. I hope you enjoyed looking at all the different things that are growing here and just to see a simple traditional mountain garden layout. I want all of you to have a blessed day. Continue growing. If you haven't started a garden, 55 days for cucumbers. You're in Pennsylvania, you still have till the middle of October. You have plenty of time. You could even grow a pumpkin or a squash. You could grow green beans, you could grow carrots. There's so many things that you can still stick in the ground if you're worried. If you need seeds and you live near me, get a hold of me. I'll be more than happy to share what I have with you. But I'm going to leave that thought with you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the kind of gardening video that you'd like to see. And let me know what you got growing on too. And until next time, be blessed.